All right, today we're diving into a piece of tech that could completely change the game for crypto. It's called EVM Parallelization. Sounds complicated, I know, but trust me, it's a potential game changer, and we're going to break down exactly what it is and, more importantly, why you should care.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at the big problem that's been holding crypto back. Then we'll get into the brilliant solution that's starting to emerge. After that, we'll explore the new economic doors this could swing wide open. And finally, we'll ask the million-dollar question. Could this kick off the next massive crypto supercycle?
To really get why EVM parallelization is such a huge deal, you first have to understand the problem it solves. And it's a problem that has been a thorn in the side of blockchains for a very long time. I mean, if you've ever been there trying to make a transaction during a busy period and just staring at your screen, frustrated by insane gas fees or just waiting and waiting, you felt this problem firsthand.
It all goes back to this classic idea, the blockchain trilemma. You've got these three things you want: decentralization, security, and scalability. And for years, the common wisdom was pick two. You can't have all three. And guess which one usually got the short end of the stick? Yep, scalability.
So what does this lack of scalability actually feel like? Honestly, the best way to picture it, especially for chains like Ethereum, is to think of a highway.
Right now, the Ethereum virtual machine, the EVM, is basically a one-lane highway. Every single car or transaction has to get in a single file line and wait its turn. Now, what happens on a one-lane road during rush hour? A total traffic jam. That's exactly what happens on the blockchain. This gridlock leads to insane wait times and unpredictable sky-high gas fees. It's just a terrible experience for everyone. Okay, so if the problem is a single-lane highway, the solution is pretty obvious, right? We need more lanes. And that, in a nutshell, is exactly what EVM parallelization is all about. So this is the big idea. Instead of forcing every transaction into that one single line, the network can be smart about it. It can look at a whole bunch of transactions and process many of them at the exact same time. It's literally like turning that tiny country road into a massive multi-lane superhighway. And look, the leap in performance we're talking about here is just staggering. This isn't a small 10% improvement. Some projects on their testnets are already clocking in at over 50,000 transactions per second. That is a mind-boggling jump from where things are today.
Let's just put it side by side. You've got the old way, one at a time, a single-lane highway that's always getting jammed up, and then you have the new way, many at once, a superhighway with free-flowing traffic. The difference really is night and day.
But wait, you might be thinking, how does this not just turn into total chaos? Well, that's the genius of it. The system is smart. First, it identifies all the transactions that don't depend on each other. You sending tokens to a friend over here, someone else minting an NFT over there. Those have nothing to do with each other, so they can run at the same time. But, and this is key, if two transactions are related, like two people trying to buy the exact same thing, the system knows to process them in the right order. So you get this incredible speed without ever compromising on security.
Okay, so things get way faster. That's cool. But why does that really matter? Well, this kind of speed doesn't just make the old stuff better. It makes entirely new things possible. It unlocks a whole new wave of economic activity that just couldn't exist before.
For the people actually building stuff, this is like taking the handcuffs off. They can finally create the rich, complex apps they've always imagined. We're talking about fully on-chain games with real-time interactions, social networks that can handle millions of posts without costing a fortune, and so much more. Innovation won't be choked by high gas fees anymore. And for you, the user, the experience is just going to be so much better. Transactions that confirm almost instantly, fees that are not only way lower, but stable. Crypto stops feeling like this clunky niche tech and starts feeling as smooth and easy as the apps you use on your phone every single day. This performance boost also ripples out into the wider market. DeFi becomes way more efficient. Decentralized exchanges can finally go toe-to-toe with giants like Binance or Coinbase on pure speed. And all of this makes the whole ecosystem way more attractive to the big institutional players who have been waiting on the sidelines for the tech to just work better.
So you've got this massive technological leap, a better experience for users, and more interest from big money. When you put all that together, it's not surprising that people are starting to ask a very, very big question. A lot of smart people are starting to believe this could be the spark that ignites the next crypto supercycle. The theory is simple. The projects that truly master parallelization will have such a huge advantage that a flood of capital will pour into this new generation of super fast blockchains. But let's pump the brakes just a little. It's really important to remember that a lot of this is still on testnets. The results are incredibly exciting, for sure, but the real moment of truth, that comes when these systems go live on mainnet and have to survive the chaos and stress of real-world use. That's the real test. So the bottom line is this. The race is on. This technology isn't just an upgrade. It has the potential to completely redraw the map of the crypto world. The projects that figure this out first could very well be the titans of the next cycle. And that leaves us with one massive question. Who's going to win?